Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Mother's House Podcast, and I am Deshaun.
What's going on? What's going on? My name is Corey. Peace to the family. Peace to everyone out there. What up? What up, cuzzo?
Chilling. What's up with you?
Man, I'm doing well. Doing well. But your favorite artist just dropped her album, man.
Who?
I mean, you used to say you love Cardi B because she's so trashy, and trashy is so in. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's what's popping in these streets.
Yeah, no. But,
no.
Good for her. You know, I'm happy for her. You know, that's good.
Okay, so today we're just going to do a quick review and kind of talk about the album of Cardi B, Invasion of the People Privacy. You know what I'm saying? It's like she's going full-blown CIA, Facebook, dragging, taking people's data information for the bars. You know what I'm saying? That's what she's doing on here in these streets. So, real quick, we'll just go ahead and knock it out the bar. Like, what you rated?
What did I rate it?
Yeah.
I gave it a 7 out of 10.
Everybody giving it a 7.
I mean, I just feel like...
Is that just the generic number for, like...
I think it's put together very well. I think,
right.
Of course she has great production, good production. I mean, it's a good set of songs.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good set of songs. They sound really trendy and really contemporary, but at the same time, I don't feel like it's anything special.
Nothing that stand out.
Right. It's not revolutionary. It's not special. It's not like anything I haven't heard before. It's very for the radio and for this era. I'll say that. Very contemporary. Very contemporary. But, when I hear it wherever I'm at, I'm a bop my head? Hell yeah. I'm a jam. I'm going to listen to it.
So you want a bacon head? Bacon.
And it's fun. It's fun. So that's why I give it a 7 out of 10. Deshaun gives it a 7 out of 10. So if y'all say something in the comments, know that Deshaun gave it 7 out of 10.
They gonna say something too. From either or side, but I give it a flat 5.
Why 5?
One, like I said, no hatred towards Cardi B. I love her grind. I love what she's at. I love what she represents. You know what I'm saying? I love her drive to try to push, her situation further, be able to take care of her family, all that whoop-de-whoop, right? It's all good and dandy, but the music, to me, it doesn't stand out. The lyrics, does not stand out. The production is really good. It's dope production on it, but it's content for me when it comes to music and stuff that I don't want. Let me put it like this. A year from now, maybe a year from now, people still play it in the club, but 10 years from now, or 5 years from now, nobody gonna return to be this and be like, oh, yo, this is a classic.
You don't think it's on the level of a miseducation?
Hell no.
I saw some people on Instagram saying that. That's why I asked.
Yeah, because she referenced it because she got a sample from Lauryn Hill that she, got it from somebody else who got Lauryn Hill masters. Like, no.
You don't think do you think she's the next Tupac?
Punch is stupid. No, she's not the next Tupac. I saw what Punch said about her being the next Tupac. Somebody said that somebody need punch. But, some people would say she holds the same cadence, the same delivery and passion as Pac. And I'm like, that's flaws, because she can't have the same passion when she don't write her own lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Pac wrote his lyrics and he really felt what he was saying. Now, as far as her, borrowing the cadence of a Pac to be able to push out her delivery, yeah, you can say that. I guess. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Ambitious as a rider. Somebody said listen to Ambitious as a Rider and then listen to Bodak Yellow and see if you got the same cadence and same passion from the two songs. And I did, and I don't hear it, man. I don't.
You know where I'm at. You know where I be. Up in the club. Just a party. I get paid to be.
Dear mama. I don't hear the same delivery.
I definitely didn't think Tupac. You know, I feel like let people be who they are. Like, stop comparing them to whoever came before them. Let Cardi B be Cardi B. That's how I feel.
Yeah, exactly. I think Cardi B. This is the thing. I think Cardi B is gifted, most definitely. She's gifted with the ability to be able to capture moments. She's gifted to be able to express herself, whether it's on a track or on Instagram or on TV. She's got the gift of doing that. So let her grow to where she wants to be. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to put a label on her or put a moniker on her. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, it's very cliche to do these days. You know what I'm saying? Like we say this about Kendrick, we say this about Cole, we say this about Drake, we say this about every fucking body. You know, people who love to attach. This is the next big artist, and this is the next person who's going to run the game. You know what I mean?
So with that being said, do you think it's just something that every new artist kind of gets compared to some earlier artists?
Not too many people. Well, yeah, I was about to say Tekashi 6ix9ine, but he do get compared to Onyx and them. But I think people have such a hold on the 90s music that they just want to hear that so much, so bad, so they try to find every artist that's out now that's doing it now and see if they can get the same kind of energy from it. And I don't get no Tupac energy from Cardi B. I'm sorry, I just don't.
Like, at all. I'm sorry too. And it's nothing against her. Actually,
I'm not sorry. I just don't. Fuck that.
Yeah. Like, I ain't sorry either. Why are we apologizing? Fuck that.
Like, I just don't get that.
Because it's not a slight to her. It's just like, I don't hear Tupac.
Yeah, I just don't hear that. Now, some people would be like, well, Tupac, you know, the only reason you don't see it because you're thinking about Tupac, his poetic, and he'll be able to articulate, you know, the struggle of black people and the suffering and this and that. Tupac has salacious music, just like Cardi B does on this album. He has music that breaks on the boundaries of ratchetness, you know what I'm saying? Just like any and probably most of your favorite artists does. But the difference is these are two different people. You know what I'm saying? Tupac had his lane, Tupac had his sound, he had his music, his music gonna live forever. Let Cardi B create her music and let it do what it's supposed to do for her. You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to attach her to somebody else's legacy. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, man, as far as the album goes, like,
it just wasn't for you.
Nah, it wasn't for me. It really wasn't. I mean, I get it. I see why people will like it. I see why. I can definitely hear it in the club. I definitely hear that. I definitely hear, you know, I can see it being very much a commercial hit. You know what I'm saying? And her getting the accolades, but then again, I think people are hyping it up bigger than what it actually is. I think it's when it comes down to music is dumbed down so drastically. So anybody who actually doing authentic rapping, it's like, oh my goodness, then she a female, oh my goodness. But you know, Rhapsody album was just as dope. You know what I mean? It just, and not to try to compare Nicki Minaj. I'm sorry, Cardi B to Rhapsody or to Nicki Minaj. You know what I'm saying? It's different lanes for different folks, and her lane that's her lane. If she want to branch out and do other things, that's cool. But this album is for the Twitter heads. It's for the Twitter folks.
Do you think people
for Black Twitter?
Do you think people are more so in love with her personality and her story versus her actual music?
Cause don't get me wrong, even though I give it a 5, I ain't saying her music is bad.
Right.
But I think so. I think the over glorification of her music is because of her story more so than her personality than her music itself. You know what I'm saying? That goes with a lot of artists. You can even say that to the Kendricks, to the J. Cole's, to all of them. Sometimes their music get amplified because of their background or their story and where they come from and how they package it and how it's presented to the people. You know what I'm saying? It's all about presentation, and her presentation's they've been presenting Cardi B to you since probably past 4 or 5 years. You know what I'm saying? So it's been, feeding you her story to this point. And, I'm happy for her to get to this level of success, and people are, retrieving it in such a way. So at the same time, we just got to call it what it is. It's not a great album. It's just not.
I think people like when people grow. They like seeing people transform and become, the artists who they are. They like seeing a story. They like us started from the bottom, made it to the top type story.
And the fact that they can follow Cardi B's story from the bottom to the top. You know what I'm saying? Because she started off on Instagram, right? And then she got on to the whole people who follow her on Instagram when she used to strip and bartend and all that stuff. Then she got on Love and Hip Hop. People were following her there. Then she got to started rapping, and people were following her back then. Now she's here. You know what I'm saying? So, I get it. I salute the sister hustle, but at the same time, I'd rather listen to Ocean.
Do you think, as far as her writing or lack thereof, do you think a guy could have gotten away with not writing?
Yeah.
And
being this day and age, yeah.
And being so open about it?
Probably not being so open about it, no. Not being so open, and he wouldn't get the same praises as Cardi B. Hell no, not at all. The fact that Cardi B is this is one thing I say about Cardi B. She's authentically herself, and she's very real and blunt. She's unapologetically herself, and whether that's good, negative, or bad, or indifference, you know what I'm saying? That's who she is. She gets showing you who she is, and showing you how she's going to grow as a person. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And as an artist, or if she don't want to be an artist no more, wherever she want to go with her career, my whole thing is there's a lot of other artists out here that can get the same light. They can get the same light that she gets, and far more talent.
But they're not gonna get the same light because they don't have the same backing.
They don't have the same backing. She got a machine. She's I hate to say this. She's a assembly line. She's a assembly line rapper.
Yeah, I mean,
it is what it is. Like, that's how I see her. She's an assembly line rapper. She's a rapper that had gotten to the point where she can get a machine behind her to push her music and market her the way she needs to be marketed.
To put her on Saturday Night Live, to put her on the Jimmy Fallons, to put her in your face all the time, to make her successful.
Right, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying that's a bad thing. I'm saying, you got a machine behind you.
I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is. I'm just saying, like, let's not get it twisted. Like, this is manufactured. This is not.
I think people are already twisted. I think,
and that's why people is okay with it being manufactured. They don't mind. Like, people still eating McDonald's every day. People still eating, processed foods every day because, that's what they think they have access to. It's easy access. It's easy to digest. It's easy to comprehend. So you got an artist like Cardi B who speak on things that's easy to comprehend.
Ooh, are you saying her music is fast food?
Most of the music out here is fast food, yeah. I think whenever you're talking about things that's superficial, when you talk about things that are superficial but don't have no real depth to it, like you can talk about superficial shit, but put a little bit more depth into it, and her, and that's another thing. That's probably from her perspective, and then again, she don't use lyrics for the lyrics that's coming out of her mouth.
Well, I'll say this, okay. You don't know what she actually wrote. Do you think she didn't write anything? She could be involved, And
she could be
a person. She can always learn to write and possibly write later in life. You know.
She could.
You know, she can grow. You gotta give her room to grow.
She didn't.
She
got too many. When you look at the writing, she got a whole bunch of people helping her writing these songs before she mentioned the producers. There was a lot of names for the creation of the songs. Now, and she even come out and said like, "So what? I didn't write my songs." Like, you know what I'm saying? This is what it is.
But have we entered an age where rap has gotten so watered down and the bar has been dropped so low that it doesn't matter if the rappers are lyricists anymore?
I think it still matters because you got like so rap. I think like for instance, if Rhapsody came out and she had a ghostwriter, it'd be a bigger deal than if Cardi B did it. You know what I'm saying? So nobody was expecting the Cardi B to come out here and wow us with her lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Now granted, she had more cadence and more delivery. She got better delivery than a lot of these, you know, young male rappers who's out here doing it. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just the fact that it's I mean, it's cool. I mean, I don't have a problem with what she doing at all because I'm not expecting that thing, you know, to wow me like that. Now and just like Lil' Kim started off, she didn't write her own rhymes at first, and then, you know, Biggie kind of showed her how to write. She ended up developing her own style and figured out how to write her own songs, and that's how she came out into her thing. Nicki Minaj, I think she did the same thing, but we all can tell the difference between when she was with Safari and writing her rhymes and when she wasn't with Safari and writing her rhymes. And we can see the big difference. I think you can tell the difference with Cardi B, and you can even look at our Drake music. His music does the same thing. I think we got into the point where in hip hop, where it doesn't matter if you write your own rhymes now, because hip hop became commercialized, became pop, and once it became pop, the essence and the rules and restrictions and the bar has shifted to whatever the fuck.
It's like
pop culture deems it to be.
I feel like we're in reality TV show age, so I think people just like personality, and if you have a personality, you could pretty much sell anything, like anything, whether it's rap, whether it's weave, whether it's clothes, whether it's a restaurant, like whatever it is. If you're a personality, you said what?
Whether it's
socks, the White House, like. You can sell anything if you're a personality, and I think that's where we're at. And it's a double-edged sword because it's like I like to see people like Cardi B win, but at the same time, I like to see people who are actually talented win. And not to say Cardi B isn't talented, but what about that rapper who does rap their own lyrics? You know what I'm saying? Who does have all the things? Because I think people treat this music thing like it's this special person who just has this special thing, and I don't think it's always that. I think it's more so luck and you was in the right spot and you did the right thing.
It's more so about who you know.
Yeah, it's very that.
More so, it's very much if you with the cool kids crowd, or
right? Yeah, it's all of that, and I don't want to take anything from Cardi because you don't know what she wrote.
No, you don't. You don't know exactly what she wrote or what she really. We see the story that, you know, how she got to where she is now, but we really don't know what it's like to be Cardi B and how she got to
right. You know
what I'm saying? So it's not nothing to diss her for, but at the same time, we got to call it what it is.
Right,
you know
like, and that's all I'm doing. I'm just calling it what it is.
You know,
but you know.
Do you think that the music in today's and age has gotten to the point where it's sensationalized? Like we was talking about how last year everything is so woke, everybody's so woke, everybody's this and that, everybody's so, you know, enlightened and everything. Trump presidency. Now it seems like with the Trump presidency, everybody's just about, you know, that numbness, that like fuck all that shit.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of that. I think people are definitely back to being numb.
Yeah. That's what I think, and I think the music is reflecting on that. You know, we're gonna probably look at to see what Janelle Monáe do with her next project, and see how that's gonna re-energize the people in the music industry and reshape everything. But I don't think Janelle Monáe is gonna shift the game like that because people don't really check for her like that.
Mm-hmm.
And,
I don't know.
They should, but I don't think they do. Not music.
It's like the people who everyone, all of us check for are people who are tied into these record labels and, you know, are so manufactured that they can't say certain things, or at least they don't seem like they can because they don't, you know.
I think at this day and age, you really can. Actually, you can say whatever you want to. They just choose not to because they still hold on to the same fear tactic that they had in the 90s and the 80s, you know, the early 2000s and all that from their predecessors. Because they got a lot of people who were in those same meetings, in those same board meetings when Epic fell and all this and that, and how these artists were shifting and how artists got blackballed and all this and that. And I think what it is that, you know, artists like a Jay-Z or a Beyonce or a you know, so many different artists that's you anybody you can throw out there. You can even say Kendrick Lamar, he holds back too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these artists hold back because, you know, they're being mentored by people who's from those 90s who made a profit off of holding back from going really in on any topic or any type of subject matter. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that those artists do, I'm just saying. But when it comes to like females and MCs, I think it's a very interesting time for female MCs and female artists this year. I think you're going to see a lot more prominent. We're going to have more female artists break records or have more female artists coming out with music this year than you've seen last year or the years prior. I think you're going to see more of that than anything else.
Female rap artists?
Rap, singing, and all that. Like I said, man, Cardi B album came out last night. I didn't listen to it. I started listening to it I think I listened to it yesterday. Yeah, I listened to it yesterday. I wasn't shitting on it, but I wasn't like, oh man, I'm gonna come back to this. This thing banging. But what I went back to was Oshun. Oshun came out the same day, Friday. I still listening to that. The Oshun album. Shout out to the sisters Oshun. Y'all should definitely check them out. They got a album called Bittersweet Volume 1. That's a dope project. Another person I was listening to that just came out.
And it's also a matter of preference too.
It also is a matter of preference. That's a whole other thing. This is a whole other thing. It's when it comes to music, it's subjective. You know, it's nothing concrete in stone. Like, just because I don't like it doesn't mean nobody else should like it. But at the same time, it's just interesting to see what people like. You know, it kind of tells you where the energy at, what people really want to rock with. But you know, I mean, shout out to Cardi B, man. She doing her thing. You know, she pregnant. Shout out to her and Offset.
And it's early in her career, so it's no telling where she would go. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I never put too much in the first album unless it's like an amazing, groundbreaking, miseducation type thing going on.
Right. You know, and then again, you know, like Lauryn Hill still eating off of miseducation. You know, is she?
Yeah, she's still touring off it.
Yeah, she can still tour off of it.
And she's still getting still getting samples from it.
Honestly, be honest with you, I don't think Cardi B gonna do a second album.
Oh, why?
I think once she had these kids, she gonna be like, "Fuck this! I'm gonna spend all my time with my kids and my man deal with everything." She just seemed like that type of artist person to me. She seemed like, and I can see her doing acting. I can definitely see her doing that, but I don't think I see her continuing the music.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see. You know. But shout out to Cardi B, man. I like her. We love her. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But how y'all feel? How y'all rocking with the album? Did y'all do any reviews? Well, what y'all rate it to be? and all that good stuff. But we'll catch y'all next time. Hit that like button, hit that share button, and catch y'all next time. Got any last words, cuz?
No, I feel like I was trying to say something earlier, but
Go ahead.
I'm trying to figure out. Okay, let me think of it. I think I was saying, okay, but yeah, big up to Cardi B. I wish you much success. Good for you. Hopefully we can work together one day. I gave your album a 7 out of 10. I hope you do well. I know you're gonna.
He still call you trashy though,
and be great. What else I can say that's nice?
He still call you trashy.
Big ups to you.
He still call you trash.
Corey gave you 5.
I don't give a fuck. I ain't working with you.
But,
nah, I'm just playing. I always willing to work with anybody. No, I take that back. But anyway, but this is the thing. This is on a positive note for this young lady. Doing something from the Bronx. There's room for the Cardi B, there's room for the Rhapsody, there's room for the Nicki Minaj, for the Sid, for the Danity Kane.
Kane.
Yeah, that's a female rap artist. You don't know her. There's enough room for a lot of female art MCs, and I think we're gonna see more emergence of that. And we welcome it. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of dope music out here that's definitely being made. Don't just listen to what mainstream is showing you, what you see on Saturday Night Live or wherever. There's other people out here still making some dope ass music. But just go for all the music that you can, get the inspiration where you can, and make your moves. Don't follow the trends. Keep thriving.
Okay.
All right. We'll catch y'all later. Peace.
Like, comment, share, subscribe.
Yep.
I will not raise my daughter differently than my mother raised me. The rearing I got from my mother, words cannot express. I could live in any time, I could live in any country, I could live on any planet, and I would be fine.
What was the key? What did your mother know? What truth was coming through your mother that's going to come through you to your daughter?
My mother gave us aphorisms to learn as children. And there are 2 that stand out foremost in my mind. One is, the inner reality creates the outer form. I learned this when I was in grade school. I was very young. And the other is, the universe bears no ill to me. I bear no ill to it.